Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Osetaru, and I'm coming to you with another exciting edition of Ask An Aquarius. So I got a question in the comment section from a Aquarius who is in a relationship with a Aquarius female who's in a relationship with a Cancer male. Now, I done told y'all about them cancers. I done told y'all about them water signs, period, and especially about them cancers. I done told y'all you don't belong with them. Leave them cancers alone. Let them just be friends. They make great friends. Okay? They make supportive, nurturing, loving friends. But once you give them the nookie, they start acting up. Stop messing with them like that. I'm telling you, Aquarius, you do not belong with them. So anyway, there is an Aquarius is already with one. It's too late. She already done it, And she's with this Aquarius is with this Cancer, and the Aquarius admits that she did some things to the Cancer. She cut the fool, which Aquarius had been known to do. Then she decided that she wants to make amends. She wants to make things right. She wants to turn over a new leaf, change things around, have a good relationship. But the Cancer, who said he let it go, is still bringing it up, is still being mean, is still being moody, saying cruel things to her. And she wants to know, what can she do about it? And I went through the same situation with Voldemort. Y'all know Voldemort's a Cancer. And I went through the same situation, meaning that after we had this huge, nasty, blow up, I wanted to calm things down. I wanted to bury the hatchet. I wanted to move on with our lives and just let it go. Just let it go. Like, all right, this happened. All right, cool. Let's just, forgive each other and let it go. They cannot do this. They cannot do this. Cancers cannot do this. I'm sorry, they can't. They can't let go of the past. It's in their sign. Read up on it. They cannot let go. I done studied this so many times from every different angle. They cannot let go of the past. Even though he said he let it go, he forgave you, y'all kissed and made up, he still didn't let it go. And he's never going to let it go. You will see this man in 20 years and he will still be talking about it. How do I know? Because it happens to me. It happens to me with more than one Cancer, but especially with Voldemort. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, if I don't know nothing else, I know Cancers. I done studied them because when I was going through this situation with him, two things I studied the most, the Aquarius and the Cancer. And when I was going through this situation, I was trying to figure out how to fix things, how to make things right, how to make things calm again, how to blow things over, how to bury the hatchet. And one thing I found in writing repeatedly over and over again is once a Cancer is angry, they will not let go of the past. They won't. And I've tested the theory. I've seen it with different people. Once they're mad at you, once you became enemy, you will always be enemy again. I don't care what has happened. You could have went to the Himalayas and became a monk, okay, and came back to the States, and you're trying to make up with a Cancer, and they still see you as that person that hurt them. They still see you through the eyes of that pain forever. Forever. It's very infrequently that a Cancer will be able to do that. If they did it or they're able to do it, it's because they've, maybe they're more evolved or they've had some counseling or something like that. But the Cancers that I know will never let it go. Once you hurt them, once you wounded them, you've cheated, you've hurt their feelings, you betrayed them, whatever you did or whatever they feel like you did. Because remember, some of the times Cancers feel a certain type of way, but it really ain't that way, But it doesn't matter because it's that way to them. So if they feel like you've betrayed them, whatever story they have going in their mind and in their heart, once that story is negative, you are forever negative. You will never be able to fix that. I've never seen it. I've never ever seen it, and to me, it's an exercise in futility because I don't think I don't even think it could happen. You know, if it was somebody that I loved, I would definitely try to make it happen because I did try to make it happen in next case, but it just doesn't work. They always say, "I forgive you, everything's okay," and then the first time they think about it, or it comes up, or it come on TV. I mean, it can come out of nowhere too. Y'all could be sitting there chilling, having sex, got past the whole thing, having dinner, drinking wine, whatever you're doing, and something remind them of it. A person reminds them of it. Somebody says something, they see something, anything, and they snap on you. Quick. Say something cruel, say something nasty to you, and then next thing you know, they back to normal again. And then the next thing you know, they looking at you like, what's wrong with you? They acting like you did something. You get to the point with them where you crazy, where you don't know if it's you or if it's them after a while. They have you so screwed up in the head, you be like, what is going on here? And then the really messed up thing about cancers is that they want to treat you like shit, but don't want you to go nowhere. They want you to just hang in there, be with them, let them treat you like shit. Cancers have this thing where they want you to be ride or die. I'm not riding and I'm not dying. I'm not doing either one. And they want you to do that. So like if they treat you any kind of way, or if they are behaving badly or anything, you're supposed to just take it. You're supposed to just eat it. And I ain't doing that. So they just keep smacking you. They'll be cruel one minute, not cruel the next minute. You know, they'll be loving and the next minute, you know, it's like, it's a head fuck. It really is. And you're sitting there like, I thought we were past this. I thought we were in a better space. No, you're not. You're never going to be in a better space. You're not. Because they're never going to let it go. They're never going to let it go. So whatever you did to him that has him upset with you, he's not going to let it go. And routinely, he's going to lash out and punish you for it. And you have to do one or two things. Ignore it or leave him alone. Because I can't ignore somebody treating me cruelly. So usually what happens with me is after you've pissed me off, after you've insulted me, you know, it might take a minute or two. You know, I might just argue with you the first two times, but when I'm fed up, I'm out. I'm done. So if you love yourself, you're not going to put up with their cruelty. I don't recommend putting up with any cruelty from cancers. So if you love yourself, don't put up with that cruelty. Move on. Leave it alone. If you feel like it's something that you can ignore, honestly, I understand that some people will tell me, oh, I'll just ignore it because I want them in my life. But honestly, I can't do that. I won't recommend it. I don't recommend having something that's toxic. And when somebody's being cruel to you, being mean to you, that's toxic. It's attacking your energy. It's attacking your spirit. They constantly coming at you. And this is supposed to be somebody that you're in a relationship with or a friendship with. I don't recommend that at all. I recommend that you come to terms with the fact that this man is not going to forgive you, and do whatever you're going to do with that. You know, whatever you want to do with that is fine. But if it was me, I would come to terms with the fact that he wasn't going to forgive me, and I would leave him alone. Because you got not too many times to come at my neck before I'm going to snap. So I don't want to be in that energy. I don't want to be in that energy all the time. 1 minute we're fine, next minute we're not. 1 minute I'm snapping on you, next minute we're cool. I don't want to be in that energy. And that's where they take you when they're in that mode, and they stay in that mode. Think about a cancer like a crab. When you go to the beach and a crab grips you, it has the hard, like getting it off you, pulling it, yanking it off you is so difficult. That's how a cancer holds on to things. They hold on to hurt, especially. If you do something to hurt them, they're going to hold it for the rest of their life. It might not be as bad when it was fresh, but they're never going to really let it go. They're always going to see you as that hurtful person. So if I were you, like I said before, I would really think about that. I would really consider it. And I'd move on. I would simply move on, because you're already in a difficult vibration anyway. You're in a relationship that's vibrationally difficult already. And then on top of that, you have this issue. Those two things together is going to make it very difficult for you to be able to work it out. That's the bottom line. I would give him the bottom line. I would say, look, I know that I did these things. I want to change. I want us to have a good relationship. But if you can't let this go, if you keep on bringing this up and you keep on treating me badly, I'm going to walk away from this relationship. I would just tell him flat out. Because now that gives him the opportunity to decide, is it worth losing her to hold on to this grudge? And for a lot of them, the answer is yes. A lot of them hold on to grudges. I know, oh my God, I know so many cancers that have held on to grudges that are decades old. Decades old. One cancer was telling me something his mom said to him when he was 5 that hurt his feelings and he never forgot it. I was like, when you were 5? And it wasn't like a major thing. It was something like she told him to, you need to learn how to properly tie your shoes. And he said that the way she talked down to him hurt his feelings, and he never trusted her after that with his emotional self. So he said he was very guarded with her after that. And I was like, okay, that's a pretty, emotional, traumatic thing to happen to a 5-year-old, but you're still holding a grudge against your mother for it. Like most of us, our moms, especially if we have a good mom, I could see if you have an abusive mom, but if you have a good mom and that's the worst she did to you and you held that grudge and you're 30 and you held that since you were 5, they hold on to stuff forever. Like I said, a crab. And that is something that does not change. In my opinion, from reading up on them, and you can do your own research on them, but from reading up on them, that does not change. And I spent like 13 years trying to change that with me in that situation, and it never changed. So I gave up on it. And honestly, you can do the same thing if you want to. You could spend the next 13 years working on it. But if I were you, I'd cut my losses now. It's no point. It's not going anywhere. Kiss him goodbye. Deuces.